What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram. That's t.me/kingoffomo1, as well as my TikTok channel, which is right there listed in front of you. Just scan that code in the app. All right, so today I'm just going to kind of give you a review of my last video that I talked about, see how things are going. I haven't really jumped into too many new things since then. I've really just been sitting on the sidelines checking out what crypto is doing. But today we're going to be talking about BT.Finance as well as the World token and how that's been going for me, which is surprisingly well. I also wanted to dip my toes into Cyber token a little bit. I will be doing an update video on Friday, myself and a few other YouTubers, which will probably cause the price to go up a little bit. Not really the price to go up, but it cause more people to purchase. Usually that happens on YouTuber days for Cyber token. But nonetheless, we can take a look here, check how things are going. We have 217 Ethereum raised, about 0.4 Bitcoin raised. So there's a grand total of $362,000 raised in this platform. So they have a cap of $1 million for their pre-sale, and I do think that they're going to hit that pre-sale by the end of this period. A lot of money went in the beginning of Cyber Token's pre-sale, and I think that usually with these things, interest kind of fades away in the middle point. People don't really care, and then the end happens and a lot of money comes in the end as well. So currently we're sitting at about maybe 1/3 of the way there at $362,000. Just a little bit more to go and they will hit that $1 million hard cap. So if you're going to try to purchase some Cyber tokens, I think that now is probably the best time so that you're not FOMOing in or you're not missing out if they do hit that $1 million hard cap before the end of the 13 days. However, of course, you can wait if you're looking to purchase these things. I don't think they're going to run out of tokens tomorrow, but I do think that it might sneak up on you by the time that they run out of everything. They also added a few other things. I'll talk about the fresh news on Thursday, but they did add the Tron deposit in here. So if depositing Ethereum costs too much or depositing Bitcoin costs too much, Tron is obviously the cheapest option, and you'll be able to get your token. Since this is going to be a token that's going to be on the Tron blockchain anyway, it's pretty smart for them to add a Tron as an option on here for people to be able to deposit. So that's nice. And yeah, we'll see how things go with here. I'm going to do some more deposits myself. I have some extra Ethereum on the back end. I want to decide how much I'm going to do. I think I have a little bit of time to do that, but keep an eye on Cyber token. BT.Finance is the next one I want to talk about. So I talked about BT.Finance. I made a video when this thing was at about $80. Then it went all the way up to $160, and then it kind of crashed down to $30 and is back up to $50. So this is kind of the midpoint for BT.Finance, which is pretty nice. Now this is a token that I said I'm prepared for anything to happen. I was well prepared for a dump because it's a staking token, and that's kind of the benefited value of holding a staking token and actually doing staking with it. Like, it doesn't really matter if the price goes down or up too much. I'll show you guys how much I've made in the short period of time, but nonetheless, since the price has sort of settled on this $50 price range, there's really three things that can happen. The price can stay at this $50 price range for a good amount of time, it can tank even further, or it can rise up to its all-time high like it was before. So let's take a look at all three of those scenarios. So for me, I've been in BT.Finance for about 2.5 days, and I've staked a lot of tokens, and I've gotten 32 BT that I've earned from here. Now, if I were to unstake that and sell that right now, that would equal about $1,750. Now, currently it's at 1/3 of the price value of its all-time high. So if it does reach all-time high again, which it touched it pretty quickly, and I think that that's a low point for where it can go. So I think that all-time high again is very, very possible. But if it does touch that point, then that means in about 2.5 days, I made close to, I think that's like $5,000. Let's do this math here. 1,750 times 3 equals, yeah, $5,250 in 2.5 days of farming. So not too shabby. Like I said, the price volatility, the APY for staking these tokens definitely makes up for that, as long as the token just doesn't go into oblivion and turn into absolutely nothing. I think that this is well worth the time I'm taking staking it through the volatility. So even still, if it stays $50, that's even not a big deal if we continue to have this for the next couple of weeks, because I'll still be getting $1,750 every couple of days in here, and I'll be able to recoup what I put in, or just hold, which is what I plan on doing. I plan on holding BT until we see those higher levels again, and make a pretty good profit from this, from not only holding the token, but from staking a lot of liquidity pool tokens, and from selling at a higher price. So that's what I'm looking at for BT.Finance. They also are improving their Telegram group. They have a marketing manager now in Telegram. So things are starting to move along, but they're moving real slow. Like I said, these are kind of newer, lower market cap coins. So like if we take a look at the market cap for BT.Finance, currently about $3 million. I think this thing could easily touch 30 million. Most of these staking coins usually touch 30 million without really doing that much work at all. So that's where I'm going with like the 10x from here. We could see a coin hitting at $500, which would make the amount that I farmed so far equal to about $10,700, which again, there's major upside to this if it works out. If it doesn't work out, no big deal, no harm, no foul, but that's like worst case scenario. And if it just does kind of really nothing and kind of stays the same so far, I'll probably at the very least break even with what I'm staking in here. So check out BT.Finance, check out staking tokens in general. We'll talk about the crypto market as well, and why kind of they're probably down today. Another token I talked about was the World token. So I can't remember what price I brought this to you guys. I think I bought it and then I made my video, and before I actually published the video, it pumped a lot. So I'm not sure what price you guys saw it at when you first took a look at it, but currently it's sitting at 12 cents, up 12% today. So it's actually doing really nice. I think let's see if it has a market cap on here. I'm not sure. I didn't check this before the video, but a market cap of $12 million. So a little higher than BT.Finance. And I mean, this is where you can see like even this has a tiny market cap, and BT.Finance also has a tinier market cap. You can see that going 4x and getting to the same amount right there. So a lot of upside potential with these lower market cap coins, but nonetheless, this is another staking coin. So even if the price is super volatile, it has been super volatile lately, just like the BT token. I mean, it had an all-time high of about 5 days ago, 25 cents. Pretty darn nice. Down about halfway between there so far, but even still, since I've been farming it for the past 4 days, and I didn't buy it at all-time high. I think I bought it about I don't know, I can't remember the price I bought it at, but not all-time high. But nonetheless, staking here, I've made about $476 from staking here in about 3 days, which again is really nice. You can see the amount that I've staked in here. That's about 5%. You don't really have to worry about the number here. So it's about 5% for staking in that period of time. And there's a lot of upside with this too, just by holding the token. I had like 413 a few days ago, and I got an extra, 2 or 3 tokens just for holding it. So there's a lot of just room to grow for World token. I love incentive to hold. So if you just hold the token, if you're staking the token, then that is really good for you, because you're going to be getting some more tokens on top of that. If the price goes up, even triple good. And it really just cushions the blow a little bit when the token does go down in value, because like I said, it was a little sad looking at the token go to, I think it went to like 7 or 8 cents, not a pretty low price in the past couple days. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna hold through it. I'm not gonna really panic too much. I'm staking. If I'm staking this for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, worst case scenario, the price stays kind of low. I break even because I've staked for so long. Best case scenario, we get, like I said, double the price value, you 2x, 3x, and then it's a huge gain for me. And medium case scenario, it stays the same price, and I just make a pretty good profit from staking these coins. So that's the way that I'm looking at these things. If you guys find any more staking coins, I know you guys have been PMing me some cool ones. I can't do them all. Unfortunately, I don't have unlimited money, but I'm looking for ones that definitely have a lot of potential, upside potential, and that I won't have to sit on for like years and years upon a time. But in the next couple weeks or couple months, I can see these coins breaking all-time high and going up pretty high. So the crypto market in general, down pretty much, like maybe 5-10% today for Ethereum, Bitcoin, all these other coins. I think I expected. We've been pumping for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, and a pullback is definitely necessary. If you guys have been following the news in crypto, there's been some events that have been going on where institutions are definitely looking to get more and more involved into this space. So I think that the pullback is sort of, might be a little manipulated, because as these institutions want to buy in, they're going to want to like kill the price as much as possible before they buy in, so they can get these coins as cheap as possible. So I'm prepared for some bloody markets in the next couple weeks, for some pretty red days, for some pretty significant downward percentages. But in the end, if you've been following the news on just cryptocurrency in general, these institutions, when they buy in, it's going to go crazy. And I think that people were looking at numbers of like Bitcoin hitting a value of like maybe $100,000, $200,000, and a max value of $400,000 if institutions completely buy into this thing in the next couple of years. So I'm not really going to be scared about selling my Bitcoin or my Ethereum or my crypto in general. But some things to keep note of that I've also been looking on in the crypto market is Ethereum's super high gas fees. Now is the time where you're starting to see coins like Cardano, your Ethereum quote unquote killers or competitors, step up to the plate and be able to say, hey, we have cheaper gas fees. You can develop your stuff on our platforms and we can take over. So Cardano did a huge rise, and it has the potential to do some similar things of what Ethereum did when it first came out too. So I'm keeping an eye on Cardano and just whatever the second place to Ethereum is going to be overall. Once the ball starts rolling in another coin's court for being a competitor to Ethereum, the ball really hasn't rolled for anything yet. But once the ball does start rolling, there could be some crazy gains to be had. So I'm definitely looking at Cardano for that. All right, guys, that's everything for today. I could also talk about Dogecoin, but I'm not going to. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.